Welcome to Body Work. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Body Work Boxing. It feels so good to be back. What's going on with y'all out there, man? I say, just another manic Monday. And I salute everybody who came in early. I swear, I already seen a couple of them, but I cannot be distracted. I got to get what I got to get out first. Then I get to y'all, but I really do appreciate the energy, man. I was chopping it up online, man. It's just real good to see the support, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that we doing it, how they sell then in Harvard, in Boston and all that, we doing it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? We taking the stairs. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking the elevator. You know what I'm saying? We taking the stairs, baby. One step at a time. You know what I'm saying? We pick them up, we put them down. But I do want to go over a couple things, man. I'm gonna go back into the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if it's working, it's working. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to change up the recipe, man? But I do want to go a different direction initially. I want to go over the definition of insanity real quick. You know what I'm saying? I really want to go over the definition of insanity because I think it's important in today's day and time. Because remember, I told y'all a couple weeks ago about pattern recognition. And then I don't know why I think it was that started being real familiar. I heard somebody else talk about pattern recognition. I've been hearing people talk about not taking things for face value a lot lately. It's real weird, you know what I'm saying? People be saying they ain't listening. By George, I think they are. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Never underestimate the power of influence. But with that being said, I do want to go over the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. You've probably heard this quote, and it was probably attributed to Albert Einstein. First of all, the actual definition of insanity is this: the state of being seriously mental ill. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I mean. Hey, don't take my word for it, man. Is crazy and insane the same thing? Crazy and insane as adjectives are used informally to mean foolish, intense, or not believable. Oh wow. If they are used this way, they can be synonyms. Insane is stronger and often sounds more negative than crazy. Man, insane is stronger and often sounds more negative than crazy. Crazy is more normal in informal speech when showing enthusiasm or even expressing love. The four versions of insanity: imnodding, irresistible impulse, like some people can help themselves; substantial capacity, and Durham. I think that might be too deep for this curriculum, but I just wanted to let you know, man, because I mean, we are in the era where, I mean, I guess content be dry, so all we really got is to show some old sparring, and you know what I'm saying? I guess the juices ain't flowing, you know what I'm saying? I guess maybe need one of them little blue pills or something. You know what I'm saying? Might not be able to get it up or something. You know what I'm talking about? Cause that's all that's really going on right now. Just a bunch of old sparring, and I said sparring, man. Just like Vegas, if it happens in Vegas, it stays in. Oh, you must have been there, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back into the curriculum, man, because it's getting stronger and stronger. It's almost like pest control. You know when you call pest control and they're supposed to show up and they're supposed to get rid of everything like right away. Like you ain't supposed to have no more problems. Like whatever it is, whatever kind of pest it is, they supposed to just show up, spray their little stuff, do their little thing, zip, boom, ping, pow, poof, and they should be gone. It's not the case. It's really not the case, man. Oftentimes, man, when you're dealing with pestilence, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you go back in the 80s, when you look at all of the different pests that terrorize the land, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, sometimes taking that shampoo, sometimes you gotta take that shampoo like 2-3 times, man, before the thing is gone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta scrub. You know what I'm saying? You might have to get down and do a deep conditioning with that shampoo. You know what I'm saying? Do it like 3, 4, 5 times. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to do all kind of crazy stuff like use the shampoo. Sometimes you gotta spray. Sometimes you gotta lay down some boric acid. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes these pests, man, they just so bad, man. Hey, you might have to get unconventional, man. You might have to really get unconventional, man, when it come down to the pests. Yeah. You gotta get kind of creative, man. When you really trying to eradicate something, sometimes you just gotta double down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just take a deep breath, go grab a lunch. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up your bootstraps, lace them up again. You know what I'm saying? Change your socks, put on a new pair of drawers and a t-shirt, and go right back in the cave. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for anyway, man. I don't know what all these other guys are doing, man. They keep doing the same thing over and over again, man. They keep telling you the same thing over and over again. They keep using the same old patterns over and over again. That's why I say, man, a lot of the times, man, especially online, it's almost like they playing on our intelligence, man. I think one of the worst things you could do, man, is really like play on my intelligence. Like for real. I almost rather you challenge me to a duel, or you know what I'm saying, you bump into me, or you bogart me, or you do something, but don't play on my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Don't play on my intelligence, man. Like, why me? Why gaslight me? You know what I'm saying? Why gaslight me? What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is the action of repetitively and often brazenly lying to someone to manipulate and ultimately control them and the relationship. It can be divided into 4 different types. Outright lying. We're seeing that's the most prevalent one, where they just gonna just straight outright lie. I cannot deal with no outright liars, man. Like for real, man. Like it's y'all like disrespectful, man. Like if we like the first time we catch you, it's like, all right, cool, man. Maybe he ain't have his coffee. Maybe he ain't have his coffee. You know, maybe he just waking up, man. Maybe he green. We do that a lot. We used to do that in the field. Oh man, he green, man. He don't know what's going on. He green. All right, okay, he green. We'll give him the green excuse. You know what I'm saying? But when you just outright, we just catch you. We just catch you over and over again, man. That's y'all like that's bordering disrespectful. That means like you really think I'm just I'm Sammy Sausage here. That's my mom used to say to me all the time. She's like, "Oh, Michael, you think I'm stupid?" She used to say, "You think I screw my head off and put it in my drawer and then take it out and then put it back on in the morning?" Like, no. Oh, you think I'm Sammy? I never understood what she was saying, man. But as I got older, man, it resonates. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm Sammy saw this shit? And you really think I take my head off and I screw it off and I put it in the dresser and I lay down at night? Then when the alarm go off, I just get up like 4:15 in the morning and then, you know what I'm saying, I'm all to the... No, guys and girls, boils and ghouls, how they used to say it on the Tales from the Crypt. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. All white lying. Manipulation of reality. In all reality. And we're going to touch on that again because I think that sometimes, man, because they say repetition is the mother of learning, right? You could substitute mother if that's a sensitive topic. You could put key, the key to learning, right? So we just going to keep doing it over and over again because people are really trying to manipulate reality, man. Scapegoating, pawning it off on somebody else or a group of others as to why you didn't get... Like, what in the world did the bowling team go? It be bowling night with the bowling team had to do with you not doing your homework? What they got to do with the assignment, cuz? And coercion, you know what I'm saying? We talked about coercion, but I'm not gonna touch on it. It's just only one other thing that I said that I would do. We know that the common tactics used is misdirection. Like these content creators, man, every day, man, they doing audibles, man. They rolling out to the left and handing it off, and then they rolling out to the right. They doing flea flickers, they scrambling. Every day it's another misdirection. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, no, man, we see the ball, man. We about to go back there and sack Brady, man. We gonna catch his ass back there behind the line of scrimmage, and if we get a hold of his ass, we gonna try to kill him. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? We playing by the old school rules, man. Y'all can't keep doing all these play action, these hook and ladders, these screen passes. When we catch up to one of y'all, man, y'all the ones that's confusing all these, man. When we catch up to one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? We gonna hit you like Willie Beeman, man. Like, you remember on Willie Beeman? Remember on Any Given Sunday when they spent Willie Beeman's ass around like a helicopter? Hey, in all actuality, when the Browns played the Redskins, and RG3 thought he could still do the same thing that he did before he hurt his knee. They spit his ass around like a helicopter in a preseason game. Yeah, that's what we gonna do to y'all, man. When we get out there and we start seeing y'all out here just corrupting, polluting, like shucking and jiving in these boxing streets, not using your resources correctly, shame on you. This the big one. Minimization. The abuser downplays the victim's feelings. Like, ain't y'all tired of getting your feelings? Like, you shouldn't feel some kind of way because you can't never see your favorite fighter fight somebody that you want to see. You want to see him fight. You feel some kind of way because you rock with this young man, but he keeps saying, I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'm in the mess hall with my chest out, and we don't never get to see it. So my feelings are inadequate. I pay for all the pay-per-views. I pay for pay-per-views for the ops, just so I can watch them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm locked in. Like, it's not a game. I'm doing recon too. I want to know what we up against too. I want to know what to be prepared for too. When I was looking at my man Spencer and Bud, I got caught off guard. I said, oh man, like, it was a lesson learned. How'd you let that slip through the cracks, Mike? Why didn't you pick up on that, Mike? I've been beating myself up ever since. I said, never again. I gotta have the pulse. You're not gonna downplay my feelings. You're not gonna be out here with your minions. Especially if they ain't gonna buy none of these Kevlar cap, titanium brace knee pads with the 3,000 silk count, thread count. I call them slippers for the knees. And yeah, I got that KY jelly for all these gold posts. They moving. I'm like, man, when I first started, I be thinking, man, damn, like man, this is like 4 hours worth of shit. How you gonna get this out? It's like, man, we gonna get to what we can get to, man. And then we gonna let the people say what they gotta say, man. But we gotta get the message out, man. You're not gonna minimize our feelings, man. You're not gonna manipulate us. You're not gonna gaslight us, man. Because I noticed, man, people are out here really like gang banging off of promotions. I see it. I see. It's so clear. It's so evident. It's so clear. People out here gang banging promotions. Like, that's one. If everybody if everybody they sing they glowing praises about is over there in the PBC, or if everybody they sing they glowing praises about is over there on Top Rank, you already know what it is. You compromised. We can't use nothing you say, man. You can have all this wisdom, all this experience, all this know-how. I mean, you need a remix. You need an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to take you in, like, I don't know, man. It might be like redo YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might need a YouTube makeover, man. Holla at your boy. Cause you stale, man. You stale like grits, man. You know, when them grits get done, man, you better time everything right with them grits, man. You got a couple minutes, man. You maybe got about a good 5 minutes. Especially if you put a little bit of butter on it, make it a little extra thick. You put it in there, you leave it on top, right? You leave it setting for a little while, right? When you first pull them grits out, if you stir it one time for the one time, you got a good 5 minutes for them grits start settling in. So if everything else ain't done, you know what I'm saying? You're done, son. This might be what you need, man, because some of y'all are stale as grits. Stale as grits, man. Y'all stuck in y'all ways, man. Y'all always minimizing people, gang banging sides, doing all kind of great crazy stuff like gaslighting people, making people think that they're inadequate, making people think that their feelings as boxing fans. Oh man, you're a man fan. You're a fan of a man. You're like, what are you? What are you when you go out there and it's almost like in these YouTube streets, you willing to do something strange for a little piece of change? Because I realize it ain't never nothing positive about that man Tank Davis. That man Tank Davis name will keep your lights on. So somehow, some way, y'all realize that how this man, like, no matter what, man, people put that man name up in stuff, man, that don't even got nothing to do with him, man. Got his picture, his title, the name. It keep the lights on. It keep the lights on. He can't get the credit for being the face, and then every debate is he's not the face, but every title, everything, that's how you know the real, man. If you gotta use his name to excel, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. That's all you got to keep the lights on. If you ain't never got nothing positive to say about him, but you know he keep the lights on, you know that tying his name to everything, keep the lights on, pay some homage. Pay some respect. But it's like, damn, we'll sit up here and argue like 24/7, 365 about how the man ain't the face of boxing. Well, why the hell is his face in every goddamn thumbnail? Why the hell is his name in every title? Why is he always got to be up against it? Why? It's always something about the ops or this, and like, it's not, I noticed it's never good enough, because just a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I heard a man, I was trying to respect him. He was supposed to be my senior, supposed to be tenured, supposed to be mature, supposed to be so level-headed. What's up there talking about, oh man, Frank Martin, I'd rather see Ryu. I'd rather, man, come on, man, I was like, hold on, man. And then somebody said, yeah, that's right, man, Ryu will be better. I said, hold up, man. Just on the premise alone, it's like, man, I might not know a lot of shit about boxing, but I do know that a motherfucker that's undefeated, you know what I'm saying, that's undefeated, that beat Virgil Ortiz in the amateurs, I do know that somebody like that, with that caliber, meaning at that same time in age, I think it's a slight difference in age between Frank and Virgil. But at that point in time in age, if he was able to beat that man at that point in time, at that stage in their career, this man is serious. He was developing himself and all this, but they said that El Ryu, who Chris Colbert outboxed, and then Ryu come back and avenge it. They said just a couple weeks ago, They were saying that they thought that El Ryan would be another a better selection. But we fast forward up to here. Now it's like all praise to Frank Martin. But I remember when Frank Martin was up against it with Shakur, and everybody would say, oh man, that's a good fight. People was putting down wages. People were talking big dog shit like, oh man, put your money here if you think Frank would do anything. And people like, oh no, man, Frank, he good. You know what I'm saying? Frank is decent. Like, he do body work. He go upstairs, downstairs. He shut down Michelle Rivera, dropped him and everything. He done faced adversity and everything. He was good. All up until he got in the ranks of Tank, being on the other side of Tank. I'm like, man, don't y'all know y'all just 2-3 weeks ago? Like, so y'all not even banking on it. Nobody even listening and watching and waiting and looking, keeping time and clocking. Y'all just disrespecting us, man. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all cater to the casuals, and we can tell. We can tell. Every other day is changing. Every other day is something different. Every other day is like today. I don't even know what it really was. Before it was, Canelo, he sidekicked Al Heyman in the head saying, fuck you, we out of here. And then Al couldn't afford this. He thought the grass was green on the other side. And guess what? He fuck around and found out it was artificial turf. But we don't get no, oh man, but what happened? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, listen, if your last name is Alvarez, all things Alvarez, your opinion don't matter. I'm sorry. If your last name is Alvarez, you, as far as responsible dialogue, you can't comment on another person with the last name Alvarez. It don't count. I tell you, my name is Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. I cannot say anything about Aaron Rodgers, Roy Rodgers. Like, no, I'm just playing. Y'all get what I'm saying, though, man. Like, stop it, man. That's gaslighting, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, when they'll sit up there and try to act like, you be like, hold on. But you be so provoked because you be trying to convince yourself that you ain't going crazy. That you like, hold on, man, let me drop this $5 just to let them know that I'm talking that really real. I'm speaking that hot fire. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let them know. And they're like, no, cuz they'll let you get it all out for like 1:45. They'll interrupt you and be like, nah, son, this DHP over everything, son. You be like, nah, but like, that's your call. That's your time, caller. That's it. You know, like, and then you will pay another, like, I'm like, come on, son. You'll pay another $5 just to get back up there, just to convince them. You're arguing with yourself, man. And a lot of times, like, what we're hearing and what we're seeing, like, on all these different channels, man, they pick, choose, and refuse when they want to acknowledge something and when they don't. You know what I'm saying? They'll come on and convict somebody way louder than when they actually get recused of whatever was going on. They never come back and apologize. They never come back and be like, oh, my bad, man, I false reported this. Oh, I was just falsely doing that. Oh, yeah, I was a little bit rambunctious. Yeah, I got off to an early start on that one. You know, so I came off the blocks kind of quick. But they don't ever come back, man, when it's all cleared up. We still got people out here still talking about how Tank Davis had domestic. He's just the king of women beaters and all this other stuff. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, y'all don't even give a man respect to the fact that, like, it's nothing there, like, about that. It's nothing there. But the minute you say something about Canelo Alvarez, they're like, oh, man, you're talking about the tainted meat, man. He said that it was a buffalo balls, man. It was well seasoned. I think it has some garlic and some ginger and some Italian. I'm sorry, but yeah, they'll tell you that that's what it was. Got every excuse in the book. That's gaslighting. Yeah, that's gaslighting. Acting like things that actually happened didn't really happen. Like we don't know that Arnold Barbosa came out and told us. Arnold Barbosa came out and told us that him and Bill and them, they actually had an agreement. Yeah, they had an agreement. Like they had already met. They had already established that that's what it was going to be. They was going to fight for Teofimo Lopez's vacant belt. That was already in the works. Teofimo Lopez got wind of it, like, oh yeah, y'all about to try to fight for my belt. Oh, but I'm not retired anymore. That's when Devin Haney was like, reroute. That's when he found Regis. Eddie had already had Regis signed over there, laid up, waiting. It was a sitting duck. They were trying to pull a fast one. And the fact that Devin was so anxious to be able to fight Barbosa for a vacant belt, Teofimo's vacant belt at WBO, it speaks volumes. Because when you had a chance, because you could have still fought Teo for it, you chose not to. So all the people saying that Teofimo was Lopez was number one, no. Everybody thought that Regis was number one at the point in time. So we're not going to rob away from Regis just because of the performance. Prior to that, everybody did think that Regis was number one. So Devin did do his thing, but that was coming off a poor performance against Danilito Zorrillo, where he looked bad, got dropped. The same way Teofimo Lopez looked against Sandor Martin, got dropped twice. The ref didn't count it. It was the same thing. Ref didn't count the knockdown. Verdict would have been totally different. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Same thing. But you saw an opportunity to go for Barbosa. Teofimo Lopez was like, oh no, my friend, they still my belt. If you're going to fight that, you got to fight me. You got to fight me. Devin Haney was like, reroute. Yeah, Regis. He didn't look so good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me Regis. Yeah, give me Regis. Yeah, I got the height. I got the reach. I can rehydrate way bigger. I got the footwork. I mean, he's just a puncher. Like, yeah, he ain't look that good. He is a cougar. He fall inside my range. And I gave him credit because Regis was one of my guys. So I'm not going to take away from Regis. But that's just the difference between me and them, though. I could tell you, Regis was one of my guys. I was pulling for Regis. I had the pom-poms. I was like, hey, Regis, man, show this kid something, man. He be talking that noise. Show this kid something. Devin Haney came out there and put the Beats by Dre down. Made me eat crow. I did my video. And everything. I said, damn, man, Devin might be growing up right before our very eyes now. Now. I'm not going to get too excited because you still had all the advantages. Let me see what's going on. You said you would fight this guy, Subriel Matias. The very next day, the fight was over. They said the next day, they offered Subriel Matias something. I'm like, God damn, who fights at that point in time on the zone where a lot of people don't know, because contrary to popular belief, a lot of people don't be buying shit. They don't be looking at the zone. They don't really be doing it. They wait till early in the morning when they can see all the highlights, and when they come out and when they, when they got some energy after they had they coffee and they had a couple shots of that cappuccino and whatever else they like to sip on. That's when they like to look at it. A lot of people wasn't even known to the next day, but by the time people was up, they hadn't even had their toast. They hadn't even had their tea. Here you got Bill Haney he talked to Peter Khan. It's people that's still holding on to the Peter Khan. It was a Peter Khan. Like, there's still people holding on to that to this day. To this day, they still holding on to that. I'm like, man, where do we start, man? Like, I ain't. Anyways, man, he was talking to the wrong guy. He was supposed to get back. They said, hey, look, man, we got another fight coming up this weekend. We're going to focus on them. After that, we'll get back with you. We don't know what happened. It was supposed to be a meeting. I heard it was over in Phoenix. And I think that Bill Haney was absent. And unavailable. So then they were saying, oh man, well, Devin Haney, he'll box circles around and he'll do this and he'll do that. And so Devin was supposed to fight Ryan. Then that got called off because Ryan was about to fight Rolly, and that all got mixed up, and it was back on Ryan again. And here we go, one more again. And I'm like, I'm looking at this whole thing, and I'm like, man, this whole thing is like, I had been calling the circus. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when people gonna give me my credit, give me my salutes for actually pointing out that the Devin Haney fan base is the most toxic fan base in boxing. I said that at the top of the year. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stop me when I'm lying. Now everybody else is echoing the same sentiments. Eureka. People not taking things with face value. They doing that body work now. I'm like, oh wow. Oh, so now you ain't taking things. Oh, okay. So we can deduct that before you were just taking things for face value. That's on the strength that he from the Bay, cuz. He from the Bay Area, cuz. It's like, man, shut that dumb ass shit up, man, because those people will lie to you, man. You got to know your fighter. But I'm looking at everything and I'm like, something ain't adding up. And they keep talking about Ryan. They keep talking about how he ain't right. And I said, you know what? God damn it, I'm pulling the plug on it. I've been told y'all it was a circus. If y'all been tuning in to bodywork boxing, I told y'all, man, keep your eyes on the prize, man. Subriel Matias is the only one that's acting and representing himself as a champion who wants all the smoke and making the moves to make it happen. Stop me when I'm lying. But no, y'all wouldn't be infatuated with him and Ryan. And I was like, how are we going to do that when he said that was an exhibition fight when Tank, fought him? Granted, Tank just stopped him to a body shot when he fought Duarte. Y'all didn't give him no credit. Y'all was calling it the taco shell. But now he's supposed to be so much better, and it's just so convenient that Devin going to fight him now. I was like, man, stop it, y'all. This is gaslighting at its finest. So that fight is fine now, but it wasn't fine before. Devin called him an underwear model. Devin called him an Instagram prodigy. Devin called him everything but everything under the sun but a boxer. So then it went on, and he wound up saying that he used to that cocaine. Then he even said that I see quit in him. And the more and more I'm like, man, keep on talking, Devin, because at the end of the day, I'm like, why you want to fight him? He ain't got no belt. Just yesterday, it was all about legacy. And now you like, hold on, wait, let me see. It's like him or Barrios, and then I just heard something about a Brona. It's like, what is you on, cuz? And everybody just lock and step riding with you. It's okay if you seen this guy when he was knee-high to a June bug, and you like, you know what? This little guy gonna be special. Even though he had a vicious starter kit. He had Zab, he had Roy, he had Floyd, he had Senior, he had the uncle. He had every goddamn thing. They're trying to say he like the second coming of Sugar Ray. Listen, I grew up, Hyattsville was less than 2 miles down the road from where I grew up at. Where Sugar Ray grew up in Palmer Park, Maryland. It was like less than 2 miles down the road. I felt privileged just to be up there, but goddamn, if I would have had Roy, Zab, Floyd, Senior, the uncle, right? If I would have had, come on, son. Son. The jig is up. So this week when the footage came out, this past week when the footage came out, after all that time, the narrative got pushed and changed over to the time and age. I was like, that's kinda you fill in the blank. I'm like, nah, man, that's pretty convenient, man. When we called you the Star Wars champ. We said that, oh man, you do your thing when it comes to the Star Wars. I was always saying, well, what's gonna happen under the big bright lights? It's just me, little old Mike, What's gonna happen under the big bright lights? You said you was gonna beat Gamboa worse than he's ever been beaten before. That's after Tank hit him and tore his Achilles. He didn't even hit the floor. He went out to the club after your fight. I'm like, yikes. Then the vicious shove with Loma. I'm like, oh man, he gonna go in there. Now, you did do that body work. It was 49-9, but when it came down to the total punches, it was 124-110. He outlanded you in the power punches. He out jabbed the jabber. You mean to tell me in the hit and not get hit, the not get hitter got hit more than a hitter? Is my brain spinning? Like, I don't know. I miss church, man. Because when y'all had church, y'all was winning. And speaking of church, church had already told me that the man was going to move up. Like, that's why I said, man, what happened to church? They got rid of him. Y'all realize we don't even see church no more? Church was so prophetic. I used to make my prophecies based on church. Because even though I ain't like all the troll shit he was doing, he was speaking that truth. Yeah. I miss church, man. Bring back church, man. Bring back church, man. I really miss him, man. But at the same time, man, y'all slandered Subriel. Y'all slandered T.O. Y'all slandered Loma. Y'all slandered Shakur. Y'all didn't like when Shakur talked about the sparring. Y'all didn't like when that video came out. Y'all didn't like the whole we ready to go to 40, bro. Like y'all didn't like none of that. That was Wizard. But now y'all like, oh man, it's just sparring. It's like, man, stop it, man. Y'all like, man. Y'all don't know what y'all. I don't know if y'all really realize like what y'all really doing to the sport of boxing, man. Y'all are watering the sport of boxing down, man. The man came out and said that his son retired. Like his son was the reason why Floyd retired, and I think it had to probably come to a point to where, at some point, Floyd was like, "Look, man, Devin is like almost like a real nephew, like a little dude that I got real genuine love. I feel like he part of the family. I almost feel like we share the same blood. I feel like that. So I want him to be successful, but he wanted to do his own thing. His father is slick. He's smart. He's beguiling. You know, he's gonna get it. He's gonna run with it. It's like, oh, you can't knock the hustle, baby, because he's ambitious. It's like you understand it because when you see those ones that's ambitious, you already know what it is. You know, when you're in the army, you see that young soldier thinking he coming to take your spot. Like, you already know what's going on. You can see it from a mile away. You don't think Jay-Z saw when J. Cole was coming? Kanye was coming? The Young Guns was coming? When he had Beanie Siegel, who was right there, you know what I'm saying? Till he clipped his wings, he had a young Myth Bleak. Y'all don't think that he saw all them ambitious people coming? He just said, you know, in a room full of vultures, you gotta know how to move like a vulture. That's it. So Bill was ambitious. Floyd knew that. So to a certain extent, I was reasoning that, hey, when the sparring happened, the young man, he was a young man. Tank was in there doing damage. He could have really fucked that little boy up at that point in time. They didn't want that to happen. They gave the man the bread. It's something that nephews would do to their little cousins or to build their morale so they don't go around thinking that they all fucked up. Like, we got the money. You know what I'm saying? Even might have let them have the money at the time. You know what I'm saying? To a child like that kind of money, like, shit, that'll blow your mind. Like, hey, man, I'm winning, so that gives you, that'll help you spread your wings, and they took it too far. To the point where Floyd was like, hold on, man. As the time go by, it's like, y'all keep biting the hand that kind of like fed you. The hand that kind of got you off to a jump start, and just like all these people who never chose Floyd, so you can say what you want. There are people who don't choose him and then get mad at him after they either walk away or don't choose him. That's another gaslighting tactic. I'm not talking about his arrogance. I'm talking about how people walk away, pick, choose, and refuse, and don't want to go get down, and then be needing a favor. And it don't make, like, on the outside, I'm like, why y'all going over there? Like, why y'all acting like that? Why y'all saying those kind of things? I think it kind of came down to a time it was like, all right, well, look, like, hey, they keep saying this stuff. Let it out. Let it loose. So when that came out, the whole goalpost shift. Everything changed. It was something different. It was all something different. It was like, but we already knew that. Anybody who was watching boxing already knew that. But the fact that people want to still run around and act like they didn't see what they saw, they still want to run with it, or they still want to change. Oh, I need the whole entire 25 minutes and 67, well, actually 59 seconds. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It really lets you know, like, how we really seeing boxing. And somebody, I was somewhere today, man, and I ain't gonna really say nothing, but man, there are squads and sects and all that, and as long as we don't get it down to, we gotta start like putting stuff up on the scale. Like everything needs to go through the sifter. You know what I'm saying? You know how they sift wheat? You know what I'm saying? They say the devil is lurking, waiting to devour so he can sift you like wheat, meaning like take out all the good qualities out of you and sift you like wheat. I know that's a figure of speech, but like think about it, man. Like that's what people out here doing. They're sifting you like wheat. They're gonna put you in there and they're gonna shake you up, and whatever good is coming out, they're gonna drop it out. Okay, cool. Let's put them back in there. They're gonna sift you again, and whatever's cool, they're gonna put them back in there until there ain't nothing good left, and you got what you got. And that's what's going on in the sport of boxing. It's like it's so flagrant right now, to like right in front of our faces. Arnold Barbosa told Subriel Matias, "Nah, I got something else going on," and now we see him as a backup to a Devin Haney in a Ryan Garcia fight. And every day I keep hearing like, oh man, yeah man, Ryan ain't looking that good. Oh man, it's a quest for help. Guess what, y'all? Ryan has shown and done so much, and y'all done created so much of a circus that this fight is compromised. In my eyes, this fight is already compromised. This is already compromised because this is going to be real convenient for all the Devin Haney fans. Oh, no, man. Ryan, yeah, he was tripping on 3-4-24. He was tripping, but then he went and got his mind right, man. He went and had a good camp, man. And he was the best Ryan that he could be. Like, nah, son. Your man said he was a cokehead. Your man said he saw quit in him. Your man bringing up all this, he's a racist, all this other stuff to berate, belittle, continue the same shit he was doing to everybody else. And now everybody acting like now their eyes just open to it. I've been documenting this stuff for years. He was doing it to Tank for years. He was doing the same thing to T.O. for years. And not that I really care, but he was doing the same thing to Loma at a point in time. So I'm not gonna sit up and act like they ain't been doing this. So now, as far as I'm concerned, this fight don't mean shit. Why? Because he could be fighting Subriel Matias. And then on the other side, this move that I question Barbosa now, because yeah, at first I was giving him the benefit. I said, nah, I wouldn't want to see Barbosa unless he actually had like another fight in, because he did have like a 17-month layoff, 13-month layoff. He had a long ass layoff before his last fight. So I was saying, nah, going up against Subriel, because unpopular everybody else, I do not like my fighter to have all the advantages. I do not like even down to activity. I would prefer, I know they can't always align, I prefer for my fighter to be just as active as your fighter, the dimensions be as close as possible, and the weight class be as close as possible. That's just me though. I ain't the type that'll get off. I don't get off on seeing nobody that's 6'4" going up against somebody that's 5'5". You know what I'm saying? Out here, because I ain't ever put on a pair of gloves. I'm talking about out here in real life. I don't like the unfair advantage. I don't like it. So I'm looking at it like Ryan is compromised right now. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing you can say or try to convince me that he's not compromised. Because either A, you want to believe and you like the soap opera of all the, vanity and the Hollywood isms that they're bringing to this whole fight, and they've been doing it. I was starving it. I said, let me dip off into this and let y'all know what's really real about the situation and what I take away from this situation. I find it funny that for the first time, there was a replacement up there for Barbosa, but it wasn't a replacement over there for Ryan in case Devin pull out. So that means they're insinuating that this guy is going to pull out, and he's giving all the storylines that Barbosa is really going to be that guy because he already knew. I've never seen a guy that's a replacement up there on a presser. This ain't the weigh-in. This is a presser. He up there. I can see him being in the stands, but he's up on the stage where we actually saw this man on a picture. And my question about Barbosa is like, how the fuck are you over there willing to be a backup for Devin Haney? And Subriel Matias got a whole belt that you qualify to go get. Y'all think I'm Sammy Sausage Head? Do I screw my head off at night? Put it back on in the morning before I go to work? Is it real, son? Tell me, is it real, son? If it's really real, son, let me know it's real. Something you can feel, son. Like what? Like, really? So you would rather be a backup? That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. Like, man, the kind of power Subriel Matias that somebody got to keep him level-headed, man. Somebody got to tell that man he's still human, man. Somebody got to, if you can deal with him, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to go over there and slap him in the chest and let him know he's still human. Somebody got to let him know he ain't a god, because if somebody's willing to go over there and be a backup to Ryan Garcia, a stand-in, hoping that Ryan sniff a line, hoping that Ryan get out of line, hoping Ryan get locked up, hoping he have to go into rehab just for you to get your shot at Devin. And Subriel Matias ain't got nobody, but then again, don't tell me that whole, oh man, that's Golden Boy and that's Matchroom. Well, what are we looking at? Aren't we looking at a Golden Boy and Ryan in the Matchroom with Devin? Wouldn't it be the same thing? So why would Honor Barbosa leave Subriel Matias at the altar? He can go get it right in with a guy. Why? Because Devin, he's looking at Devin or Ryan like they easy work. Like they easy work. You mean to tell me I'm next in line, whether it's for a new house? I'm next in line. No, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go stand in this line, hoping that this person right here don't qualify. Well, I can go right in line and go get that. Let's change it over to a car. I can go in this line right now and go get a car. It's built for it tough. No, I'm going to go stand in this line over here behind this guy, hoping that his credit score done drop. Hoping that he just can't find the financing. Hoping that the down payment is just right outside his range. I'm just going to stand by, and if he miss it, by golly, I'm getting that car. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. And all these people up here talking about bashing, because I'm like, man, y'all keep talking. Keep talking. I'm like, y'all remember on Batman on Dark Knight when he had the sonar system and he could just hear everything? That's how I feel, because when I hear certain stuff, I see certain comments, I start getting all these vibes. I'm like, oh man, this is the vibe I'm getting. This is the vibe I'm getting. All the vibes I'm getting is everybody saying that Ryan ain't shit. He about to pull out. He don't stand a chance. And I'm like, why the fuck y'all want to see the fight then? So the fight is compromised. This close to the fight date, the fight is compromised. Devin Haney will get no credit if he wins this fight right now. Why? Because Ryan is compromised. I'm using y'all words right now. And right now, Honor Barbosa is compromised. He don't know what he want to do. He don't know what he want to do. He wouldn't be willing to stand up there and risk that Ryan ain't going to have a fallout. That Ryan ain't gonna be the one that's gonna drop out. That Ryan ain't gonna have a nervous breakdown. Like Ryan ain't gonna get locked up or whatever. Like he willing to wait and gamble on that just to get a title shot instead of going for Subriel Matias right now, who he's ranked for, who he can get a good bag for. But they'll gaslight you and say, "Oh man, Subriel Matias, he's easy to work. Who has he fought? What has he done? Where has he been? Where is he going?" Nah, he got a title, he got a bag, he got a whole country. You know what I'm saying? That's behind him. He got more than enough to offer, if you ask me. So I'm like, hey man, why would you be hey, if I was Jiminy, I'm like, hey man, why you look, hey, look, man. He like, look, man, hey, it's a guy over here, man. His name is Subriel. Look at him. He don't look like a killer, do he, man? Look, he got a Bluetooth in his ear. Look at his hat, man. He ain't no killer, man. Go get him. Look at you, man. You cool. You got on shades, man. Look, you suave, man. Like, look at you, man. Like, you can look at you, man. Just look in the mirror, man. Like, you believe in yourself. You can do it. You can do it, Arnie. Come on, Arnie. We can do it. Crank it. It don't make no sense. And ain't nobody talking about this. Ain't nobody connecting no dots. Why? Because they paid for it. They in pocket. I'm gonna come back and revisit this, but this the only other thing I want to go over. Right here. I'm gonna take a segue. I'm gonna say that me and my man, we were talking. I had sent the article over, and I was like, man, look at this. We were talking about him live, and I didn't even know what happened. But the day when we did it, this incident had already happened. We just didn't know about it. The article came out. And I was like, man, we were just talking about him. Literally, we were just talking about him. Article came out. I was like, man, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, he didn't see it, but then he went on to do a segment, a very powerful segment. Very, very powerful segment, man, because he actually played the clips from Roy Jones. And I heard him originally, but like after some time has elapsed and I actually watched everything back and I'm looking at everything that's going on now, man, I'm like, man, these young guys don't know what they got at their disposal, man. And if Jared, if you see this, and you hear me, I was saying that you were the next best thing. I was saying that you were the next best thing, and people were so heavily infatuated with Deontay Wilder, they couldn't let him go, and they couldn't give you your just due and your praises right when they needed to, and make you feel that full support. And I think that it was just that small little lack of support with everybody having a demand for you. That small little lack of support with like them 2, 3, 4 articles a day that was gonna be written about you. You know what I'm saying? Those 50 extra videos that you would actually be able to go look up where somebody was actually going down to actually inspire you. And I did a live a while ago, and I was asking Tim Brownlee, Tim Desert Storm, aka Double Standard Bradley, the one who takes all the credit when it comes to talking about what happened in the fighters meeting. But what about after the meeting? What about after the meeting? What about after the fight? What about 2 weeks later when they done got paid and they free? Ain't no training camp in sight. Ain't no fight day. Yeah, they got their names, but they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Well, what about then, Tim? I was saying, man, what's up with the morale? That's what we used to deal with in the Army. I used to always have to look at the soldiers and be like, hey, man, what's up with them morale? Like, how they feel? Like, I was saying, what's up with the morale? Because Keyshawn had just got popped for the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know what was going on or where his state of mind was. We see where it is now. Then we had Shakur with the bad performance. Then he come out and he retired. Then we had, way before that, we had Teofimo Lopez talking about he would retire. Then we had the first incident with Jared, and I was like, damn, man, I'm like, what's the morale over there at Top Rank? But people be so quick to gangbang. See, everybody's gangbanging promotional side. So You know what I'm saying? Like, if you pro Top Rank, then you're gonna be anti-PBC. That's not me. I rock with who I rock with. Point blank, period. I ain't gonna let nobody get slandered. I'm always gonna speak my mind, and people come here because I speak the truth. Can't say the same thing about you. And when my man played that clip, man, when Pop played that clip, and I heard, because it's almost like you could hear the emotions in Roy Jones' voice when he was saying, he's like, hold on, man, you don't know if you want to do this. And I was doing video. I said, man, look, man, I was getting ready to start ramping up the same way I'm doing Subriel. I was getting ready to ramp up the videos. I was about to bring him all kind of attention in my way, whatever I could garner. I was going to produce that shit. And this man just, like, he did some shit. I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know. Then I seen, like, the history of Ohio, and I'm like, thinking about AB, and I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm like, man, somebody got to pull this young brother to the side. Like, where's the mentorship? Where's the guidance? And I said, man, I'm not a messy Marvin. Like, all the trouble AB been in, I didn't do nothing. When he redeemed himself, I did something. All the trouble that Jared been in, I didn't do anything. But when he redeemed himself, I'm going to do something. I feel like I owe it to these guys, and I was saying that he's the next best thing. And I said that between him, because people was asking, who's the next best heavyweight in America, in the United States? And all that. I said, man, it's Jared. I said, but I got my eyes on two guys. I said, I got my eyes on two guys. I said, it's either between Jared or this guy. Or this guy. And look at that date. So this is how far back. If you look down that lower right hand corner, that's when I was on this. That I've been on this for that long. I've been sitting back waiting in the wind because I wanted to do a piece and draw the parallels between these two guys. But I believe that Jared is tricking himself out of his spot. I think Andre, Tim, all the people who benefited money by being around them guys, and at least a phone call need to get out to these guys, because now that I think that I know and what I believe about Jared and the reinforcement he gonna need and the patience we're gonna have with him, this guy's the next big thing, man. Yeah. At the time, I didn't want to deal with the backlash from all the Wilder rats and the Wilder fans and all the people that was shitting on Mark Breland and having all this stuff to say, had their hairs all so far up Deontay Wilder's ass that I didn't want to step out there. Why? Because the kind of shit I do, the kind of body work that I do, it ain't popular. People steal my shit and make more money off of the shit that they take from me than I do. So when you saying something unpopular that you know ain't gonna get that many views because people ain't checking for it. It ain't got a Billboard name in it. But I think Frank Sanchez is that next guy, man. And that's only contingent upon Jared don't get himself up out of the mud. He get his head on straight. He buckled down. He need to do what he do. But this was what? The day before Christmas Eve when I was on this. When I was on whether Jared Addison and Frank Sanchez, who was that guy? I was saying it's Frank Sanchez. Y'all see that Sasquatch. Y'all see that Bigfoot in the back. I said the same thing about Jerron Bruce Ennis. Way before any of this stuff happened. And if you know how I rock, you're going to have to trust me on this one. But this is what's going on, man. Like, this is what's going on. We got young people that don't really see the opportunity they have at their disposal. You got young people where the older people, they just want to capitalize and get their little 15 minutes of fame or be able to say, hey, man, that's my fighter, or I got this interview, or I could call them on my cell phone. But they don't really have their best interest in mind. They don't really have their best interest in mind. Why? If they did, the efforts would show. The efforts would show. So I wanted to speak to this. I was not going to stay on this very long. Frank Sanchez is going to be the man at heavyweight division. He's going to be the man. He's going to be the man, and the only reason why is because the next big thing is going to be he's going to have something else going on. I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing it out. I just pointed out for y'all, man. This is the writing on the wall. I did want to start, you know what I'm saying, doing more about the heavyweights. I got some stuff coming out about AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I like AJ. I like the opportunity, and I hope that AJ wins against Ngannou, because if he don't, I thought that the Ngannou against Tyson Fury gave a black eye to the sport. But if he go in there and he put AJ lights out, man, it's really gonna be a black eye for the sport. But that's my little heavyweight spill. That's my heavyweight spill. But this is the real deal, man. We still hearing crickets. And with that being said, I'm here. Holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's really going on, man, in boxing. And I think people are playing with us, man. I think people doing the same thing, showing stuff over and over. It's just like, man, what for? Like, what is that? What do we get out of that? Nothing. If one of your favorite content creators just 2 weeks ago was saying, oh man, I prefer Ryu over Frank, and now they're like, oh well, the Frank and Tank ain't even happening. It's like, well damn, can we have anything and trying to act like Frank ain't this and Frank ain't that? Like, come on, man, that's gaslighting. Everybody and their damn mother know that Frank is a formidable opponent. And now they trying to act like, oh well, watch it not be Frank and it be Ryu. It's like, man, I said, man, being a flip-flopper gotta be exhausting. I can't do it. I'm not built for it. I'm just now getting to these comments. Y'all know how I do. I'm just now getting to them. Bear with me. But I salute if you came in the building. Y'all make me feel like I do have a lot of support, man. Like I do got something going on. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta lay all that out. I'm gonna try to go through all of this as fast as I can. But I gotta be here, man. I gotta be the one to keep putting the stake in the ground, man. Because this, to me, I'm like, it don't make no sense that we gotta keep going through this shit, man. It don't make no sense that we gotta keep going through this. You know what I'm saying? L.O. Cruz, I'm waiting to hear the truth. That's why I like this podcast. Nothing but facts. Salute body work. He said that at 7:13. Damn, I'm way behind. Okay, all right, I'm down there. Royal Ray, what's body work? Salute. What's going on, Royal Ray? Salute. You know what I'm saying? What's good, body work? Jose Rodriguez, what's happening? Smoke, what's good, pimp? Salute to the chat. Smoke session. Check out my boy Smoke. Jose Rodriguez, salute, smoke session. Cookie Monster, body work. Cold Key, salute, chat. Salute, smoke. We getting along in this motherfucker. What's good, Cold Key? Garcia gonna pull out this fight. Devin Page, Sandro Amon step aside. Money for no reason. Oh no, he gonna get that Barbosa. And Barbosa going to pounce on his ass too. This is going to be a big ass trade pick gone wrong. Where if you went in there with Subriel Matias, everybody know he a grown ass man. So when he go upside your goddamn head and take your strap, you know what I'm saying? At least they'll be like, well, damn man, yeah, you fought the best. Now if Ryan catch you, you know what I'm saying? If Ryan catch you, it's a wrap. If Sandor step in, it's a wrap. If Barbosa step in, it's a wrap. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. No, sir. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? Salute, body. What's good with the wrench? You see a wrench on you. There's a wrench on you, man. There's a wrench on you, bloodshot. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean be taking people out now. We don't smoke people in here. That's just to let you know you affiliated. That's almost like having the chevrons on your sleeve. So you know what I'm saying? That's all that means. Over here, we do body work. We ain't gonna snipe nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in here taking nobody out. Bro, they keep saying Ryan may not be ready to face Devin. Subriel don't got a fight line up. Would you see if Haney's internet still works if something happens? Oh, man. Canelo back with PBC. Man, that's why I say, man, do y'all want to be a ping pong ball? How many times did Bodywork report on the Canelo PBC? How many times? How many times did we report on that shit? Them other people need content, man. We ain't got to get into all that, man. Bill's in connection with Golden Boy. Sadly, they're going to Devin one of their fighters before Bill even tries to negotiate. Eddie Hearn got to step in and get Bill to do the unification. It's not looking good, Koki. It's not looking good, man. Arango won't be able to do it himself. It's not looking good, Koki. Barbosa and Paul declined the Matias fight, saying Matias is too expensive just to protect their record so they can face Devin Haney. A lot of opponents Bill will pay extra to keep them away from Matias. Program was supposed to be Matias' fight. Haney got them both before Matias. Arnaldo Nieves, Saludo's body working chat. Still no news with Matias. Teofimo very quiet. Haney going to replace Garcia with Barbosa. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm like, what did I tell y'all though? Look, how does that make you feel as a boxing fan? And we see it. We're calling it out right now. We've been calling out the last couple of days. We've been connecting these dots for everybody. Like, how did that make you feel as a boxing fan? Are we being gaslit? Like, is it even reasonable that we can even expect some mano y mano shit anymore? Like, can we even reasonably expect that? With somebody waiting until somebody just so inactive and drawn out and, to suck down and on they, or mental health in the case of Ryan, because he's going to use that. I don't know, man. Got proven is a lie. All cowards feel Subriel Matias, real champ, bodywork boxing. Carlos Garcia, salute. That's right. Welcome, everybody. All right, we're just getting acquainted in this motherfucker. Boxing world is a 6-ring circus, unfortunately. I've been trying to tell y'all. Todos le tienen miedo a Subriel Matias Cobardes. Carlos Garcia. Matias would do big numbers in Puerto Rico. Imagine Matias walking out to the main event with Tito Trinidad by his side. It'd be lit. I'm trying to be in a building. But Eddie, my friend, what's going on, my friend? We in March already, man. Let's go, bodywork. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Salute the Bugs Boxing. Check out Bugs. If you haven't subscribed to Bugs, salute the Bugs, man. He be working hard, man, bringing that comedy to the game. Matias declining to go to 147 shows how serious he is about unifying 140. Yep. Matias can fill up the Coliseo Roberto Clemente. Matias, great boxing, Tito, amazing legend. They're going to force Matias out of 140. We may end up seeing Matias versus Stanionis because Stanionis is getting played. No play. That's a good fight too, though. I would take that fight. And with the inactivity of Stanionis, that's a good fight, man. Champion Sports Boxing, salute body working chat. Welcome back, Champion Sports Boxing. Devin Haney, the rich kid at school whose parents get him the expensive cars and whatever he wants. He's privileged. If he wants low-hanging fruit, he'll get it. Gamboa, Lenara, 35-year-old program, etc. 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 Cokie. Body work he be doing. I tell you. Matias want to unify and move up. The Matias for the 40-year-old Gamboa, 35-year-old Lenara Haney fan. That's what Tank going through anyway. Look, it is what it is, man. I don't respect Devin until he takes the Matias fight. Champions, but enough is enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, when is enough enough, y'all? When is enough enough? When is enough enough, man? And we act like we don't see it. You can take this recent Canelo stuff that just happened. Look at how the narrative was painted and this, and he right back over there talking to Al. Why would he be talking to Al? That's why I would say the voices aren't always right, man. It ain't the loudest voice, man. It ain't the loudest voice, man. That's right, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all getting used like some sheep, like bah. Any fans say Tank quit. Tank got tired of beating Devin's ass. They're not quitting. Devin doesn't hit you in anything that make you quit. Any fan delusional, they refuse to believe. That's just gaslight. That's just like, man, somebody keep telling me I didn't cheat. Like, no, you didn't see me. Like, man, stop it. That wasn't me getting out that car. Like, no, that wasn't me. That was not me. I'm not the only one, a ponytail that wore orange shorts that day that came up from under them bleachers. You have people with orange shorts and a ponytail like that and a tank top on like a lime green. You know how many of us had that on that day that came from one of those bleachers? Like, really? Gaslighting. Vulnerable. Haney career has been manufactured, man-made. Haney hasn't stopped anyone in 5 years. Out of his 15 KOs, only one has been in American soil. Haney is 25 and has been hurt by 3 different fighters. No lies told. Negrassi, something don't add up about the pyro fallout. Say that again. Something don't add up. Remember when I was telling y'all? Y'all remember when I was telling y'all? I said, man, hold on, man. How do we agree on 90% of everything? We agree on 90%. And right at the end, we say that final compensation wasn't agreed upon. It's like, well, how the hell did we get past like 60? You know what I'm saying? Cause like, oh, if we good pretty much on 60%, that's a majority. If we lock in step on 60, then what else can we disagree on with that 40? But if we come to terms at 90%, then you come back and you tell me that it boils down to us not being in agreement about the money. I mean, that math ain't mathing, and I ain't go to Stanford, but somebody let me know. Negrassi, salute. That's that body work. I love it. Pyro, future opponent for Lopez or Haney. They keep Pyro away from Matias. Now, if Pyro go over there and fight one of them, man, I don't know what to say about the sport, man. I don't even know what to say about the sport. Exactly, and Rolly should be fighting Ryan. Exactly. Rolly should be fighting Ryan. Exactly. Listen, Devin should be fighting Matias and Rolly should be fighting Ryan. Like, we all know that. We all know that, man. Cruz should be fighting either Ryu or if I don't know if Tank was going to do that rematch. He should be fighting a Frank Martin or a Lomachenko or one of them guys or even a Shakur or something like that. Like, Tank should be fighting Shakur. We all know who should be fighting who right now. Let's put it like that. Barbosa called out Matias after Subriel beat Ergashev. I knew he wouldn't back it up. Beating Matias would put him in power to get a mega fight. Barbosa beat a journeyman and had a long layoff. Yeah, he had a long layoff. But if you ready to step in there against number 4 on the pound for pound, according to Ak and Barack, they kicked Tank off the pound for pound and put Devin on at number 4. You can't tell me you're number 4, but it's a cardinal sin to ask your number 4, who's the same size as Boots, to fight him, or the same size as Bud to fight him. And Bud is what, number 1? Devin number 4. I guess some people got Boots somewhere along the line in the pound. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How people got Boots. Would it be a cardinal sin to ask for anybody? And let me break off with this. I heard somebody. I seen that interview. I heard that interview with Floyd Mayweather, right? When Buddy was asking him about Bud or whatever, and the Bud Canelo fight, and they asked him. They said, "Well, Floyd, what should happen?" And he was like, he said, "Well, if Bud can't fight Canelo, then who should he fight?" He said, "Well, listen." He said, "If Benavidez is chasing Canelo and Bud is chasing Canelo," he said, "it'd only be right that Bud fight Benavidez." The interviewer said, "Whoa, hold on, man, hold on. Don't you think? Need I say more? Need I say more? We pick and choose like when stuff is relevant and when it's not. Like we really don't like. Who am I though? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I?" He doesn't deserve a Haney fight, but he'll get it because of De La Hoya. Buzz boxing, yeah, body work. That's real talk, bro. Straight down the middle. That's how I gotta be, man. I agree, Koki, especially after hearing Matias saying he wanted to be all the undefeated champ. And he's gonna be faced with nothing but the title defenses, man. They're not gonna even give him an opportunity to like even unify with nobody. So the guy that's gonna willing to give the fans what they want in the fighting style and what he presents, he ain't getting it. Cause they want to do this WWE, WWF stuff, man. Boxing, I'm trying to help preserve it, man. I'm trying to help preserve it. But T is doing all the hard work since the Dadashah fight. Dadashah was number 3 in the IBF and was going to be Josh Taylor mandatory before he lost to Matias. Matias fights everyone's mandatories, while the champs duck him. Josh Taylor literally vacated the title when Matias became number 2 in the IBF. It's all a scam. They want to preserve Ryan's payday power by later having him fight a cherry pick. Meanwhile, Haney fights Barbosa and also gets a payday. Ooga. They're going to keep Matias in this loophole. I'm trying to tell you, they aging him out, man. They done did a flea flick on him, man, and nobody knows, man. All those fuckers in 140 are sleeping with their lights on, looking under their beds, scared to death of the boogeyman. Peachy Eldoro, salute, man. Like, yeah, man. Like, it's almost like I gotta start looking outside because the fact that I'm bringing it up, they might be trying to come get me. I'm like, hey, man, don't come get me. Go see Subriel. Go see Subriel about that. Like, take that up with him. My problem with Eddie Hearn is he has so many fighters in the state we may forget about Subriel and leave him on the shelf. I'm thinking they got him for that, Koki. They want to see Matias lose. That's why he's fighting all the Russians. Facts, body work. That's right. Like, I thought Eddie Hearn is the best promoter. Yeah, where they at? Where they at with all this best promotion stuff or whatever? I tried to tell y'all. Stop me when I'm lying. Was I not saying that Eddie has a history with doing this with Boo Boo? He just did it with Hitchens. Only Hitchens is getting Gustavo Limas, but Hitchens missed out on He didn't get a Devin fight. He didn't get that Montana Love fight. So he missed out on 2 already. Hitchens did. 2 that he wanted and that he's been clamoring for. Like, I don't be pulling stuff off my tail now. That's why they can't fuck with me. They can't fuck with me. Salute, Bodywork, chat family, bang, bang, boogie. Salute, man. Road Rage, I heard Bill send a message to Subriel saying, careful what you wish for. They might go see him this summer. We're not hearing none of that. We don't hear none of that. Pussy clots. Matias is in his prime. He deserved the big names. They want to say Matias isn't known. But when you search Google and see web traffic, Matias has the most searches on Google and YouTube more. They know that's gaslighting, Koki. That's why we go over the curriculum in the beginning so we can recognize the signs, the symptoms, the tactics, how to get by him, how to beat him, like you patterns. You know what I'm saying? Like hey. Barbosa, duck, 100. I'm glad y'all seen it. I'm glad y'all seen it. I'm glad y'all seen it. Salute, man. I'm glad y'all seen it. That's what I'm saying. Who's the goose? I don't know if my boss can get right out of line, but look, man, I'm about to go get me a title, man. Bump this circus show. Y'all figure out what's going on over here. I'm going to go get me some of this Subriel. I'm going to get this in line right now. I know he ain't going to waver. And I know the date. He want to be in June or July. That's guaranteed. Barbosa is golden boy. But I can see it gotta be, but what I'm saying is it's 2 different angles. It's 2 different angles. One, why did Devin pick Ryan over Subriel? Why did Devin pick Ryan over Sandor? So that's a unification and a mandatory to fight an underwear model. According to his words. His word, Devin's words, the underwear model, YouTube, exhibition fight. His words, the same way when he said Loma was too old and too slow, 2.5 years, almost 3 years before he fought him. His words. We never hold Devin accountable to his words. That's what he said. So the question is, why is Devin fighting Ryan instead of Subriel? Why is Devin fighting Ryan instead of Sandor? Why is Arnold Barbosa willing to get in line and wait for Ryan to have a hiccup instead of going straight to Subriel? Now you got to remember, either way, it's a Golden Boy Matchroom event. Either way. So even if Barbosa said, you know what, I'm going to exit stage left up out of here. I'm going to get out of here and let y'all do y'all thing. He can still, being a part of Golden Boy fighting on the zone, he can still make a deal with Subriel being on Matchroom and a part of the zone. It's too simple. Matias just has to stay busy. They avoided Tito, Terry Norris for years, but he managed to stay busy. Probably Matias is already 31. That was my thing, man. That was my thing, man. I saw them doing it, man. Like y'all seen the videos in real time. I was saying it in real time. Like that was my biggest fear for him. I tried to call it because I seen it happen to Gary Russell. I seen it happen to Jamal Charlo. I mean, I'm seeing it happen. It's happening to Boots right now, man. I seen this. This is like a nightmare over and over again. We keep seeing this same play. Matias, Matchroom, Fresh Production. Oh, my bad. Puerto Rican Power, salute. Matias, Matchroom, Fresh Production. Eddie needs to make Matias a priority. He needs 2 fights this year minimum. He needs somebody with a pulse, man. He can slap to sleep, man. Angelina, salute. Body work, salute. Salute, Angelina. Salute, Familiar. Body work. Salute, Puerto Rican Power. At this point, Matias need to understand that he is being avoided and accept any 140-pound fighter. That's where we at, man. We got to put the stake in the ground. Y'all got to go out. Y'all got to share these videos. Y'all got to share these videos and get people to talking, man. They watching. I don't know if y'all be seeing DAZN's promotion. I'm good. I don't know if y'all be seeing DAZN's promotion, but they be watching. Y'all need to be vocal. Bodyworks have all the Puerto Rican support. I hope so, man. I'm trying to come down there, man. I need to know when the fight is good. I want to make some plans, man. I'm like, shit, and the later it get, I'm like, man, hopefully whenever he do have one, I'm able to get down there. Frank is a good opponent. Frank is a damn good opponent. Hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, I ask you to hit the like button. How about if Golden Boy never intended on giving the haney-garcia fight and they wanted Barbosa to fight Haney all along? Might be on to something. That's what we do. I think they are using Garcia's name to sell the fight, and it will be Barbosa at the end. Might be on to something. Remember, y'all gotta let people know. So when y'all see people and hear people stealing and biting and all that, remember, we came up with this. This is what happened. This is where this information came out. These were the ideas were sparked. Bill trying to sneak Barbosa through the back door. Nah, Bill going to force Garcia to fight Devin. They want him bad, but I'm like, with all his mental health and all that, it just says a lot about a fighter, because you can't want him and think, oh, I'm going to beat you and you on coke and you are this. It's almost like, man, when you really sit back and look at it, it's like a lot of things they say are really counterproductive to what they're trying to achieve. Because it's like, okay, well, if he's a cokehead, you see quit in him, he ain't nothing. Why you want to fight him? Like, nobody thinks about it like that. Why you want to fight him then? I'm rooting for AJ. Yeah, I'm rooting for AJ, man. Salute to my brothers. Joe De Jesus, salute. Yeah, I'm rooting for AJ too. The bosses try to insult our intelligence like if we don't read between the lines. The sport has come to shit. As Joe come in, man. Joe's a straight shooter, man. Joe come in with that double barrel shotgun. Hey, Joe come in. He boot. Now I can't get my daggone shoe on. Joe come in, but like boom, boom, boom. Joe taking them out. He taking their head off. That's how I am, man. Straight shooter, man. We ain't got time to be playing games, Joe. We all getting older, man. We gonna be looking like them memes. Y'all remember them memes? When they be like waiting for the text back and they be having a skeleton on the bench and they be like, you know, they be sitting there with the phone in their hand like, that's how we are waiting for these big fights, man. It's downhill. Tank in it for the payday only. He doesn't care about the belts or legacy. I'm starting to think so, because look at what legacy and belts is. It no matter what he do, he don't get no credit for. Shit, I'll be trying to get as much money as I can too. Devin won't even go over there and talk to Al. He'll go over to Bob and have 6 meetings with Bob. His dad will, but then won't even call Al for Tank, but then be ready to fight Barrios next. And willing to do business with. So, you know, if I was him, I'd keep getting as much money as I could too. I agree Matias deserves the big names, but what's the alternative? There's avoiding him. He needs to fight anybody and everybody, stay busy and keep his name in these haters' mouth. That's why I'm saying, man, we got to put the pressure on Eddie, man. We got to put the pressure on Eddie. Like, why'd you even put your John Hancock down if, it's early. Let's relax. If he said June or July, it's still kind of early. But the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. You want a good fight, so we don't want you to give nobody up. No, we don't want to give no opponent the last minute. Oh man, you got 2 weeks for the fight, or you got 5 weeks, and you need an 8-week proper camp. You know what I'm saying? Preferably somebody that is 140, not moving up or moving down and all that kind of stuff. Somebody that's there. Somebody like Elvis Rodriguez. You may fight the Dominican and Rodriguez, or De Los Santos moves up to 140, or Jermaine Ortiz. That De Los Santos fight, that would be fireworks right there. Because De Los Santos did say he would move up to 140. That's the only one when I said why not, but I ain't want to be reaching. But hey, De Los Santos, hey, that's one of my guys too. I seen that, and Bud fans was mad. Yeah, respectable fight for Matias, in my opinion. Bud fans were mad. Shit, I like Josh Taylor against Matias. Salute body work, yeah. I mean, Josh Taylor dropped that belt. Josh Taylor dropped that belt. He avoided that smoke before, man. They already know what's going on with Subriel, man. There is no way in hell, Devin, it should be number 4. I don't know who votes for this dude. Akin Barak did. Akin Barak. They just put Junto Nakatani on there and took Tank off. Somebody else did. It's like they play with it, but they gotta. You see how they use the name. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little body work. It's like everybody's scared of Matias. Victor Colon, you ain't never lied, brother. You ain't never lied, man. Salute bodywork, my blessing, the best podcast here. Here go my like, Wilfredo Santiago. We definitely appreciate that like, man. Thanks for the support, man. I be feeling that. Y'all be the inspiration for me to keep doing it, man. Because for real, with what's going on in boxing, it's not motivating to actually talk about this shit. It really ain't. Especially when you got a lot of love for these young guys. You love boxing. You see what's going on. It's not more. Then you see people's agendas and narratives. It's like I see so much now. It's almost like, ooh. It's like, because I know that. Remember when I said to y'all, I said, look, the minute I started speaking and talking boxing as if I was speaking and talking to people like myself who would put the information out or give me the information like myself, that's when y'all started popping up, man. So sometimes I do it just because I know y'all need to talk about it. Y'all need to get it off because y'all ain't got nowhere to get it off at. Y'all ain't got nobody that's going to sit down and talk to y'all with some rationale. Actually take what you got to say into consideration, process it, spit it back out. We can break it down. You know what I'm saying? If we disagree, but we don't disrespect. They ain't doing it. They're not doing that. Facts, body work. Hitchens might be the number 1 IBF after this fight. Matias said he would like to fight him. As they say, he's one-dimensional. That's a good fight. That's a good fight, especially depending on how, you know, Hitchens handled Gustavo Lemos. He's definitely a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? Not as detrimental as, you know, Subriel, but he's definitely a power puncher, and maybe that's tactical. Maybe he's doing that in preparation for Subriel. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the chat, brother. My blessings. Salute, man. Blessings. My brother Hector Tapia was in the building. That's what's up, man. Y'all be showing up, man. I like that, man. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I think Eddie looks out more. We know that, Jose. That's the whole MO, man. That's what I've been trying to tell people. That's why I said, man, I was being optimistic because of what Eddie was acquiring, but I was like, man, it's still early. That's all I keep telling myself. I gotta keep telling myself it's still early. Yeah, it's still early, Mike. Calm down. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. So maybe we need to take a deep breath or something. You know what I'm saying? And relax. Yeah, we as a chat can go with Matias' next fight, whether it's in Puerto Rico or New York. If it's in New York, if it's in New York, I'm there for sure. I would love to go to I would love to go down there to Puerto Rico though. For real. I'm Puerto Rico and you got my support. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to get down there, man. You know, me and my lady, we trying to get down there. Bloodshot 610. Right. Salute. Bodywork cooking today. I tried to. I'm still a little bit behind. That's like 5 minutes ago. I never want to see Wanna waltz and fight again. The PR card was a hit and miss. The Jake Paul for Homer Simpson is a disgrace to all the amateurs and professional fighters who never appeared at the national level. Dang, y'all going in, boy. Y'all going in. Elijah Flores deserved to take Warner Walton's spot in the card. Dang. Back in the day, boxers fought for glory and legacy and never ducked a fight. Pitufo fought a drunk of the bar. De Los Santos can bang. Yeah, that'll be interesting, man. That'll be interesting. Hit the like button, y'all. Coquise say hit that like button, man. Yo, what up? Body work, waiting for Matias' opponent. Salute Anubis. Coquise. Yeah. According to the fanboys, definitely the best in the world when they work smarter, not harder. I'm exhausted from it, for real. Because this gaslighting. Petit-Fo hit Bob Marley harder than your girl does after looking at your phone. If we said this in any other boxing town, we would get attacked by haney-sexuals. You gotta have a place where you can be yourself and keep it real, man. Like, anytime you can't be yourself, even if you disagree, 100 Puerto Rican power. Bang, bang. I was like, how did he land a Petit-Fo fight? And who gave him a license? Yeah, that was kind of messed up, bang. The way he was fighting was hilarious. It was. I told I said, man, look at this dude, man. This dude had the joint. All this was gone. I was like, man, that was sad. That was a crazy fight, man. But they'll tell you they be having construction workers. They be having I forgot what they said. This one guy, well, I think they said he was a master carpenter. I'm like, they tell you that. Like the announcers, like literally. And when you be like, oh, they fight another cab driver, it might not be a cab driver, but they'll tell you, oh, he was a shop foreman for like he just went full time in boxing 3 months ago. It's like, man, like no, for real, like the zone, only on the zone. They'll tell you that. They be thinking I be hating. That's why they be biting my shit. But I don't be hating. It's like y'all reported that on air. Y'all said this dude was a general contractor like just 4 months ago. He was a master carpenter. I can't get a shot though. Put me in there with Jake Paul. I bet you he ain't gonna hit me like that. I bet you he won't be able to get me up out of there like that early. I bet you he won't. 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 Bang, bang. That's for real though, y'all. That's what be happening. The guy the same level as Haney, first 19 opponents. That's how Haney got 14 KOs. Haney only has 1 KO in the US. Hey. They be telling on themselves, y'all. Y'all don't believe me. They be saying it on the zone. I be like, cause a couple times I was getting ready to record it, but like I was like, oh, cause they started copyrighting me when I was doing my little, when I used to put up the boxers doing their little, you know what I'm saying, they little war thing, and they be going back and forth. It was always copyright striking me. So I said, let me fall back. So I said, I ain't gonna poke the bear no more, man. But they be literally saying, yeah, such and such was a master plumber. He's been out, had a baby. It's been 2 months now. He's been boxing for 2 months now. I'm like, well, my contract, I'm a journeyman for real. Like I'm a HVAC journeyman. Like, where's my contract? Send me one. You know what I'm saying? Where we fighting at? New York, Philly? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do this at it? Andy Cruz versus De Los Santos. Andy Cruz versus Shakur. Those are two good matchups. I like to see De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson again. PR crowd is tough. They don't play like that. Yeah, I wonder how they feel, Champion Sports Box. I wonder how they felt about that whole ordeal, man. I try to see it level-headed. I try to see it both ways, but with that Amanda's Serrano stuff that happened the other day, I was trying to figure out, like, man, I was trying to get a pulse for how they felt down there, man. I mean, I know they love her and all, but did they feel like they got bamboozled? And Koki says Serrano gonna make it up to the island. I heard doing an event with Matias. That might work out. You know what I'm saying? Because I just being realistic and looking at everything, I was like, man, maybe, you know, the way it was set up and with the time going on, maybe initially his next fight would have been in Puerto Rico. But I'm thinking, looking at it like with opponents and time and this and that, I know it'd have been right or whatever, and he want to do that, but maybe it might not line up to where he can get that like the first fight back. Not saying he can't get it, but that first fight back, maybe, you know, maybe being more realistic about it is that maybe we might have to wait. I'm trying to come down there, man. Me and my lady need a vacation anyway. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to dip our feet off in the water, go fishing. You know what I'm saying? Have some fish. You know, sip some pina coladas, and had the taste of the land, man, and be able to go out that night, see some boxing, man. Get on the plane and come back home, man. That's what we trying to do. That's you know, while I already talked to her, she gonna be down. She gonna be down to come down there, man. So that's what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to do. But we need to know in advance. We need Eddie to get to work. I have a vested interest in this, Eddie. Holler at me. They seem okay with a man that she was on a channel today and the fans was wishing her well. I like her, man. I like her spirit, man. She's a great athlete, man. Great athlete, great spirit, always classy, man. Humble. This is humble as she can be, down to earth. You know, I felt bad. You know, it's almost like that Earl situation, man. Like when he didn't get that Pacquiao fight, it's almost like the same thing. Our situation. You know, I hope they don't go after Amanda the way they did Earl, though. Because Earl catching it over the eye. It's his fault, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's funny because I remember watching the event, the Holyfield son, they were saying the dude was an electrician and ended up knocking him out. I don't be making this stuff up, man. I can't. People be thinking I'll just be being funny. I'm like, nah, I'm telling the truth. PR is nice. Check it out. El Yunque and Luquilo has a lot of good food. I am. We are. At first, I didn't think I could get my lady to get on the plane, man. I started talking about that. She was thinking like, yeah, she be willing to go. I'm like, you be willing to get on the plane and go down there? You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah. So we trying to do that, man. Sightseeing and close to the beach. That's all I want. Throw the rod out, see what we can get, man. Have some good cuisine, man. Whatever is known down there. Not too much spicy. I don't like too much spice. I like a little spice, but not too much. I agree, Bodywork. We need to fight anyone, anywhere for now. My guy Matias in a bad situation. I bought my ticket to PR already, just waiting on a set date. That's what's happening, Road Rage. I can't do that. Like, I can't just randomly do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't just randomly do that right now. You know what I'm saying? I need to know when, you know what I'm saying, so I can go ahead and get on it. I got a whole lot of other things going on. I have a spot in Fajardo. It's close to the boxing gym Matias used to go to. Oh, yeah? You in New Rochelle, New York right now? Yeah, I've been up there too. PR is the place, body work, if you want to have fun. Yeah. I want married fun. I want to have married fun. Let's put it all in context. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll be bringing sand to the beach. You know what I'm saying? I want to have married fun. Something that me and my lady can do. We can have fun and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But we put a stake in the ground, man. We put a stake in the ground. This is the channel with the voice of reason here. Yeah, married things you can do, everything there together. Yeah, like maybe get some jet skis. You know what I'm saying? We want to get on some jet ski. I know I want to get. She might not get on no jet ski. I want to get on some jet skis. You know what I'm saying? I did that down there in Jamaica, man, and I had too much fun. They had to pry me up off the jet ski. You know what I'm saying? Francisco Beltran fight that want to see Matias face Teofimo. Too much blah blah blah. Yeah, man. They have a basketball league out called BSN. There's some good competitive games. A lot of ex-NBA players and guys from Baltimore who play on good teams. Always something to do on PR. Yeah, in the Army, I had my man Aponte, man. I think his name was Lorenzo Aponte. Man, Aponte, man, in the Army, man. Used to always talk about Puerto Rico. Michelle Lazalza, Ali Rivera, and his father said they would fight Matias in June in Puerto Rico. They would be. See, now I was thinking if it wasn't Frank Martin and Tank, I thought Michelle Rivera was going to fight Tank. But now that's a possibility there. That's a possibility there, and I see Michelle Rivera. He's starting to be more outspoken. He's starting to be a little bit. He ain't with that Ali, that good boy stuff. He started to talk a lot of smack nowadays, catching a boxing fight, watch rooster fights too. I ain't never seen one of those. I would love to see one of those. Koki. Rivera and Matias would be good. Rivera proved his worth versus Lipinets, who was supposed to be Matias' opponent. Yeah, but I didn't like the fact he was coming off of being juicing. Now we can't deny the fact that the man got caught juicing. Now he got caught doing the squeeze. You know what I'm saying? We can't deny that. Even though I value Ergushev higher than Lipinets because I feel like Lipinets is well past his prime. I was surprised that Lipinets looked the way he looked. I thought at 140, I thought Lipinets was formidable, like not coming up, not coming down, not coming off of inactivity. I thought Lipinets was a very formidable opponent. Lipinets was nice. I seen what he did to Peterson, man, and yeah, Road Rage. You ain't know that? Yeah, right after the Frank fight, he got caught juicing, man. Yeah, man, after the Frank Martin fight, man, that's what made the Frank Martin fight age better. That's why it's crazy to me that everybody trying to act like Frank ain't a good opponent. I'm like, he did that to Michelle Rivera, and then Michelle Rivera pop hot. Most of the time, everybody would big up. Like, if that was somebody that Canelo was fighting, they'd be like, oh, they'd be all on his nuts. Oscar Valdez, they'd be all on his nuts. All on his nuts. It was Michelle Rivera. They, you know, everybody act like, you know, oh man, Frank, who was Frank? Dominicans and juicing go hand in hand. Ask Sammy Sosa. You called him Sam and Sosa. Sammy's toast. He disappointed me, man, with that when he bleached that skin. When I finally saw that, when I saw that picture of him, man, I was like, I don't know how y'all feel about that. When I saw him bleach that skin like that. Speaking of juicing, what are your thoughts on certain fighters wearing the snack logo shirts? I understand it to be two different ways. Like, one is just for advertisement, but then if you're advertisement, I mean, you're making money off of it. I mean, I think that's just a matter of personal opinion. The advertising of it, cool, but as far as like being under the program, I probably wouldn't want to do it just because I wouldn't want to be affiliated. Like, I can't say who's doing what, and you know what I'm saying? None of that stuff. That's not my lane. There's other people out here that's doing that. They know way more. So when I want to learn about that kind of stuff, I go over there to where they at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Ross Media, he gets into that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go check him out on that. But as far as advertising for him, if that's how you want to get your bread, okay, cool. You can add some, because some people just advertise the logo. It's just like when they get those patches on their shorts, it's like, you know, however many thousands it is to actually get a patch on the short. But some of it is advertised, so they get paid to have that patch on there. And then some people actually are part of the program. Everybody that advertises isn't part of the program. So just because you see snack, you can't affiliate them all together. It's different. So you gotta go look up the list and see who actually is taking snack versus who actually advertising it. You know what I'm saying? To try to get a bag or extra check. Because, man, some of these guys, man, they need all the money they can get. I think Rodriguez is more technical and hits harder than Rivera. Both too good. Stay busy fight. Ooh. Hey, y'all, who would you rather see? Would you ever see Elvis Rodriguez or Michelle Rivera for Subriel? I think I kind of want to see Elvis, but then the way Michelle Rivera box, thinking if he can handle that, like, that'll be interesting. I think Elvis got more of a shot of being able to, if somebody was able to land something with some power, like that can impact Subriel. The more offensive threat, I think, would be Elvis. But being able to actually win and outpoint and move and try to stick to a game plan when they box and move, that might be Michelle Rivera. Even though I'm not sure either one of them can get past like the 4th, 5th round. I'm not sure. Body work. T4 got $50,000 for KO. Dang. I don't know how much I wonder how much did he get, bro? Josh. Hey, Josh, salute. I wonder how much did he get, bro? He said he was embarrassed fighting this guy. Dang, that's crazy. Rivera and Ortiz were mentioned to Eddie, and Eddie said he wants to give the people a war, and Rivera is not going to be willing to stand up to the boogeyman, Matias. Dang, Ed. Man. The guy P244 had 18 fights, 1 loss, and 12 KOs. How the hell? Rodriguez. Elvis Rodriguez. So y'all saying Rodriguez? That's what I'm saying. I would rather see Elvis Rodriguez. He had that 1 loss, and the 1 loss was to Kenny Sims Jr. Kenny Sims Jr. is nice. So I would like to see Elvis too. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Elvis. I want them to dance, man. I think that'd be the most exciting fight for us to see. Michelle Rivera's father is on Matias nuts, making videos left and right like nonstop. What is he saying? He's being he's trolling. Definitely Michelle Rivera, his pops, and Matias went back and forth at one time. Michelle Rivera's dad have a podcast and he be going in on Matias. He said Matias is scared of him. Really? I don't know why they be. That's gaslighting, man. Matias going to stop Rivera in 4 to 5. That's why I say I don't know if anybody get past the 3rd or 4th. If you get past, like once it get past the fourth, that's what I'm like. All right, any moment now. That's what I'm like. Once it get past the third, once it get to the fourth round, I'm like, all right, this is when the fight starts, because that's the barometer. If you don't make it past the third, like if you can get past the third, now you got my attention. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to old Subriel, that was good and close fight. Rodriguez gassed out. Yeah, I got you. Bang bang, bang bang boogie. If you see Michelle Reed, but yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm here because we need a spot where we can keep, you know what I'm saying, putting that stake down in the ground. We can keep that pressure on everybody, and we keep letting them know that, look, man, we gonna be behind the ones. We gonna be behind the fighters that want to actually fight the best. They're not running. They're not scared. Like, even if they take a loss, we just want to see the best get in there. We want to see the elite, you know what I'm saying, go at it. You know what I'm saying? When they're close as possible. When they're close as possible, man, to being at their best. Nowadays, people just, they lowering their standards. I say raise your standards. Lower your expectation. And when you're talking to me, lower, like, I'm just playing. My name not Subriel, you know what I'm saying, the librarian, because he make people use their inside voice. Road rage. I saw Elvis and Adonis. Adonis came up from 135 and gave him a little resistance, but got knocked down. Elvis Rodriguez all day, and Michelle for a worm down or worn down Lipinets. Don't want to see that one myself. Yeah. If you see Michelle Rivera's dad podcast, is crazy. Is he speaking? What is it? Is he speaking English, or is it in Espanol? Rivera dad is a lunatic. Y'all gonna make me go check him out now. Hey, send me some clips, y'all. I told y'all what my Gmail is. Hey, send me these things, man. Like, even if it might take me some time to break it down and have it translated, but send me these things, man. Send me these clips. Look, y'all, that's my Gmail, man. Send these things to me, man, so I can keep a hold, cause shoot, I'm still working, y'all. I still be working. I still be grinding. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You said Rivera dad hates Matias more than Bill Haney. I don't know, Cokie. I'm gonna have to get you to qualify that, man. I don't know if it's that much hate in the world, champ. Michelle Rivera dad is Elvaro 50. He has been calling on Matias for a minute. Neither Rivera nor Elvis will see the 9th round. Okay, so you putting it further down along. You know what I'm saying? You going way down there. He speaks in Spanish. Okay, they all saying Spanish. You can play the video in English caption. Yeah, I'll do that. Is he the one that talks fast and crazy? Is that his dad or his uncle? Que novela. Cokie said, yeah, champion sport. Let me see. Listen to the videos are funny. Michelle father clout chasing for real. You could tell, man, the way they had a plan, man. You can't tell me that they boxed that man head up and had the shorts and all that. They had the whole image to where they were gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? They were gonna get in off that Ali stuff. That Ali stuff didn't work. They had to reinvent themselves. Now he talking like a tough guy. Now he talking like he a sentinel or something. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Subriel knock I would love to see Subriel Matias get with him. His podcast is called El Varon 50. Okay. All right. Yeah, Rivera Dad said we've been sold a dream with Matias. He's knocked out hurt fighters, according to him. Oh man. Angel Rosado, salute body workers. All is what I always say. The best today's day wants to look more for the purse, fame, and the cameras, but not really looking to challenge themselves to prove they are the best. It's a sad state, Angel. And we ain't doing nothing but ushering it down the river, man. It's a sad thing, man. Salute for chiming in, Angel, man. It feel good to have you coming in there, man. I know you've seen a lot of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Very passionate about the sport. And thanks, Koki. But yeah, man, I you know, you all know how I do, man. I'm keeping the stake in the ground. I'm keeping the energy where it need to be, the focus where it need to be, giving you a spot to where you can get it off and where, you know, you can say some things where people might think, oh man, am I crazy? And you'll have people around you be like, oh no, you ain't crazy. I was thinking the same thing. Or matter of fact, and they can add to it. Because right now, man, everybody ain't doing that. Everybody ain't keeping it 10 times 10. I'm trying to tell you. So one of my lights went out. One of my little lights went out just now, but oh man. But yeah, that's all it is, man. I just wanted to say that it's crickets out here. It's crickets out here, and we gotta get this man an opponent, or we gotta be patient. Matias said he was going to smack Michelle Rivera dead. That's why I like Matias, man. Matias, my kind of person, man. Like that's, hey, we get along great, man. Hey, we'll get along great, man. I could already tell, man, the way stuff be translating, the way he say stuff, and how I interpret it, is like we'll get along great. You know what I'm saying? Like Rivera will be slapped by Matias. Rivera gets caught on the inside. He's better long range. It would look like Ergashare fight. I don't know, man, but hey, let me know. Remember, go into the community tab. I'll be putting stuff up in there, like an alerts and all that. Like if you got something on your mind or something that you want me to actually incorporate, evening lives and stuff like that, just drop me a line or two in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to stay available in the community tab. So chime in there. If you haven't, update your notifications. If you still coming in just borrowing the product, but you here like every day, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like it, hit the super chat, hit the super thanks. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask for them, but it's definitely motivation. Ed Cruz, nobody wants to smoke. We may have to send Adrian Broner a contract. I don't even know if Adrian Broner will do it, cuz. I don't even know if Adrian Broner will do it, man. And to be honest, man, I probably wouldn't even want to see that, man. I probably wouldn't even want to see that, man. I'm just being honest, man. I probably wouldn't even want to see. I wouldn't even want to see Adrian. I got a lot of love and respect for Adrian, bro. I wouldn't even want to see him get in there with Subriel, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't protecting him or nothing like that, but I just, me. But I say, like, just like the Predator. Remember the Predator? The Predator, when he came from wherever he came from, wherever he met you at, he wasn't looking for the weakest. The Predator was looking for, like, Ryan Dad hated on Matias on Punch video. Devin Dad hated Matias for being a boogeyman. T.O. Dad hated on Matias. Michelle Dad all hate on Matias. LOL. These dads hate Matias. I may forgot one. Cause he's the truth, man. That's how you know, man. When everybody come up against you and they trying to form like Voltron and everybody just got some kind of crazy excuse and all this ain't that. It's just like people might be moving real fast, but they actions be like real slow. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all make me happy every time I come in here, man. I think we got a good thing going. We gonna keep it going. What's up with Regis? Where he at? I don't know. But salute to Ed Cruz, Wilfredo Santiago, Colt Key, Josh Lime, Champion Sports Boxing, Wilfredo Santiago, Angel Rosado, Roll Rage 860 came in here. Jose Rodriguez, Bang Bang Boogie was in the building. Let's see. I'm going through my list of everybody that was here. Francisco Beltran came in and showed his face. Puerto Rican Power was here. Arnaldo Nieves was here. You know what I'm saying? As always, Anubis showed his face. That's what's up, man. We be having, man, we got a good community, man. Bloodshot 610 was in the building. Hector Tapia. Who else? Victor Colon. Joe De Jesus had me cracking up. When he came in there, man, throwing bows, man. That's why I like the community, man. Y'all wild, man. Y'all had me. And L30 Cruz was in the building. Angelina was in the building. Let's see. I think I said Bang Bang. I know I said Bang Bang Boogie. Let's see. Peachy was in here. Peachy Eldoro. Uga was in here. Negrassi came in. Bubs was in here. Smoke was in here. Man, we be having a lot of people in here, man. We get down. Carlos Garcia was in this camp. Heriberto Alvarado. And I promise you, if I go all the way up to the top and I miss a name, I definitely don't mean it, because, hey, it's the 300. You know what I'm saying? This is the 300. Let's see. It's wild like Subriel. He's a throwback fight, and I believe that Haney is the same way. He will get to fight Subriel, is my belief. The other 140, they won't look. I don't have a lot of confidence in Devin Haney, but I mean, hearing from the more and more the reasonable guys I hear about Devin Haney who look at it in a vacuum when it comes to Devin Haney, I can respect that, because I am kind of seeing that he does have a skill set. I just don't think that he is what everybody think he is. But I don't take away from his skill set. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't. I think if you let him stay on the outside, you let him get up to an early start on them points, he'll coast and he'll make you move. You don't know how to cut the ring off, you'll have a hard time. He'll be opportunistic, make you, when you miss, he'll make you pay. But it won't be nothing devastating. You know what I'm saying? So the available guys at 140 are unavailable. Eddie needs to step up. Exactly. I'm like, who is available? That's gonna be the next thing. I got some homework to do. I'm gonna get a list, and I'm gonna look at everybody. I'm gonna go down. I already know what they are, because I keep tabs on the 140. I feel like 140 is my division. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I know it like the back of my hand. Have a good one, body work, and everyone. Anubis, salute. You know what I'm saying? Peace, my bro, in chat. See you in the next one, Jose Rodriguez. Peace. L30 Cruz, Puerto Rican in the house. That's right. All right, y'all. Well, I think we had a good one. Would you say we had a good one? I would say we had a good one. You know what I'm saying? I would say we had a good one. I try to keep the energy there, man. Give you a place where you can get yourself, you can get it off here. You know what I'm saying? You can express yourself. We have a good time. As you can see, don't many trolls come here. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a whole lot of trolls. It's not headache and stress when that we come on, and hopefully everybody learn something when they come through. You know what I'm saying? They walk away with something. Koki said, peace, chat, great live. Salute, Koki. Thank you. And everybody who came out, I appreciate everybody who, you know what I'm saying, stepped in and showed love and participated in the comment section and whatever. Update your notifications. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for tuning in here at Bodywork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to